Meet the BALI Kimono Dress sewing pattern. One pattern, designed to be worn in different ways. Button it up for an elegant city dress. Comfortable, feminine, effortless. Wear it open as soft homewear, light, relaxed, easy to layer. Gentle pleats from the shoulder softly shape the bust, while gathered sleeves and a ruffle hem add femininity and movement. In this video, we'll guide you step by step through an easy, beginner-friendly sewing process. Let's sew the BALI kimono dress together. Step 1. Preparing the fabric. Prepare the fabric for cutting. At minimum, press it well. If you are using natural fabrics such as cotton, linen, or viscose, wash the fabric before pressing and cutting to prevent shrinkage. When transferring pattern pieces to the fabric, make sure to mark all marks and fold lines. Step 2. Front pleats. Form the folds on the front, starting from the shoulder, following the pattern lines. Stitch the folds in place on the sewing machine. Press the finished folds from the wrong side, directing them toward the sleeve. Step 3. Joining back and front. Place the front and back pieces right sides together, aligning the shoulder seams. Sew along the shoulder line. Finish the seam using an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the seam toward the back. Step 4. Attaching the sleeves. Place the sleeves pieces and the joined back plus front right sides together, matching all marks. Stitch on the sewing machine. Finish the seams with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the seams toward the sleeves. Step 5. Side seams. Fold the kimono, back plus front plus sleeves, right sides together, aligning the side seams and marks. Sew the side seams from the sleeve edge down to the hem of the kimono. Finish the seams with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the seams toward the back. Step 6. Attaching the bottom ruffle. Prepare the ruffle hem, fold and stitch the lower edge of the bottom ruffle. For a clean 1 centimeter double fold hem, on the wrong side, mark 4 centimeters from the bottom edge. Fold the edge up to the marked line and press. Fold again along the pressed line and press once more. This creates a neat 1 centimeter hem. The final stitching will be done after attaching the ruffle to the kimono. Gathering the ruffle, mark the quarter points on the kimono hem and on the top edge of the bottom ruffle. Set your sewing machine to the longest stitch length. Sew 2 parallel gathering stitches close to the top edge of the bottom ruffle, leaving long thread tails at both ends. Pull the lower threads from one side to create even gathers up to the center of the bottom ruffle. Repeat from the other side until the gathers are evenly distributed. Place the bottom ruffle and the kimono hem right sides together, matching the quarter points. Sew them together. Remove the gathering stitches. Finish the seam with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the seam downward toward the bottom ruffle. Step 7. Neckline finish and belt attachment. Neck binding. Prepare a bias tape 4 centimeters wide to be used as the neck binding. Transfer the neck binding marks onto the bias tape according to the pattern. Place the bias tape right side down onto the wrong side of the kimono, matching all marks. Sew the tape to the neckline. Press the seam, then wrap the seam allowance with the bias tape, folding it to the right side of the kimono so that the tape fully covers the seam. Belts. Cut 2 straight grain fabric strips, each 4 centimeters wide and 100 centimeters long, to make the belts. Fold each strip lengthwise in half and press. Fold both raw edges toward the center crease and press. Stitch along the open edge, close to the edge. Place the finished belts on the right side of the front at the waistline, positioning them under the neck binding. Wrap the neck binding around the front edges and stitch it in place, securing the belts at the same time. Press the front facing thoroughly. Step 8. Buttonholes and buttons. Mark the button positions on the front facings according to the pattern or your personal preference. Make the buttonholes and sew on the buttons. Step 9. Sleeve hem finish. Decide on a comfortable sleeve opening width. For size S, we apply the finished sleeve opening width of 27 centimeters. Add 2 cm for seam allowance, total 29 centimeters in our case. Cut 2 fabric strips for the sleeve hem facings, each 4 centimeters wide and 29 centimeters long in our case. Sew each strip into a ring by joining the short edges. Set your machine to the longest stitch length and sew 2 gathering stitches close to the raw edge of each sleeve. Pull the threads to gather the sleeve hem until it matches the width of the sleeve facing. Attach the facings to the wrong side of the sleeves and sew in place. Press the seam, then fold the facing to the right side so it covers the seam neatly. Your Bali dress is ready. Enjoy your beautiful new dress. Wear it with joy and be proud of your handmade creation.
You can try to